Hey y'all, Dirty Distaggio. Every day is hump day, normally Wednesday, but hey, today isn't Wednesday, today is Monday, but I haven't done a video in so long. Let's just do a bunch of gameplay here. We're going to start out with some arena, then we're going to realize that it's boss time. Let's do a little boss 3. I'll show you the current Dirty Guild strategy, Dirty Boss. And then we'll head in. I'll show you kind of how I mind-numbingly do Dungeon 8 40 Shard Dungeon. That's the 40 Shard Dungeon. I'll do that 5 times high-speed video. That'll be pretty fun. And a little bit more arena. I'll show you the current base now that I'm Town Hall 20. It's the Dirty Bastard base. And here it looks like it's time to do a little bit of a boss 3. We start that in about 5 seconds, of course. Yeah, no, then we're running a little bit late. We gotta swap around our heroes, and I do go Champion, Cupid, Dryad, Thunder God. I pretty much bring in the whole stun team. And then I complement that with Pumpkin Duke and Cupid. And we're kind of finalizing the strategy and enter 27. If boss ever starts, gonna be 22. Seriously? Are you that impatient? And Izzy saying, it's true, Izzy saying, Izzy was trying to tell us that, oh man, what happens if I start a huge train, like 1 minute in, I'm going to post a metric F ton of damage, and we're like, dude, don't worry about it, just whatever. No one really replied. And so what I'm doing right now is, I am waiting, so I did a quick little hit there, just a hit to get on the board, just in case I do miss and the boss suddenly instantaneously ends. And we did notice there that the boss was dropping faster than normal. The strategy right now is for everyone to attack the boss at 27:00, 27 minutes 0 seconds. But look, our other strategy was to attack when it was between 40 and 50 million, and so it was at 48 there, and I'm like, oh, you know what, I'm just going to go in. It's a little bit ahead of what we were trying, but this was the first time we were trying to enter boss based on time. I did ultra slow motion right here just to show you my drop where I basically hit Minnow last. Minotaur goes last there. That starts the stun, instantaneous stun right there. And something was a little funky. I did see the boss slip a couple times there, so I did use invulnerability. And then once invulnerability was off, I did use my magic. Normally, I just hover over invulnerability and don't use any magic. Then if I see the boss slip a little bit, then boom, I'll be done. So 42 million damage. I was shooting for 36. I did not want much more than 36. And then when we hit exit, what do we see here? Insane, sure enough, does 77 million damage. Hey, he warned us. It was in the chat. You kind of saw. I kind of edited some out, but... So that's kind of how we do the Dirty Boss now. It's based on time, and we'll probably do it entering at 27 minutes 30 seconds. So 2 minutes 30 seconds into Boss 3, we will likely engage the heavy hitters. We did get 8 people, I'd say 10 people got about 10,000 or more honor badges. So that's pretty good for Guild Dirty. All of our heavy hitters are back in Guild Dirty now. We've sort of collapsed the empire down from Motion and Dirty down to Dirty. In terms of the heavy hitters, Motion is obviously still part of the Dirty Empire, and we also of course have Dirty EU. That's our European version. They just do the boss earlier at European time, so it's easier for Europeans. Of course, anyone can join the guild if you can make their boss time, which is like 3 p.m. Central. Or so, or Eastern, I want to say. And there's my standard lineup there with the arena. I try to get that pumped up Spirit Mage and Grizzly Reaper to hit all their dudes with a double whammy. And my goal here is here, I'm just looking at their heroes right here. I didn't even look at myself and see that. So that's a double hit combo. Spirit Mage hits with the really big attack buff there. And then sometimes I go head to head though, and that's just a flip of the coin. Whose Minotaur goes off first, and if mine goes off first, I win. If theirs goes off first, they normally win unless they don't have very high skill, in which case sometimes I win. Normally I'm between rank 60 and 100, and I kind of had a little bit of a phone timeout this weekend. Hey, can I get in my videos? I never do that. Don't you understand? I never put any guilds in my videos. Beast of Domination. I'm never going to put you in my video. Just kidding. Here's your When I saw your base through Melsiska, I actually thought it kind of looked like a Clash of Clans base. A Clash of Clans base that I have developed right now in that game. So, but anyways, back to this game, Castle Clash. Do you guys play any of those other games? If you do, let me know, because I'm thinking about branching out here, making this a gaming channel, and I'll still be doing Castle Clash videos once or twice a week, but I'm just finding that, as you can see here, guys, things are getting a little bit end game for me, and that means It's starting to slow down a little, kind of waiting for Guild Wars. I just want to show you here, I'm 3 segments away, 3 wall segments away from the bottom. That's one change I made. And then I'm 11 segments away from the other wall. In case you're wondering how my base is situated, I just showed you all my levels of all my buildings on the interior core, which all that matters. But basically it's Arrow Tower 10, Town Hall 20, all of my hero bases are 19, going to 20. All of my gold vaults that are inside the interior core are level 18. Doesn't matter what the rest are, all the other buildings go outside. Notice I only have 4 arrow towers inside, just because something feng shui about 5. There's just something not right about putting 5 arrow towers in, and so I just put it up there. And I leave the guild hall out too, and you could put the guild hall on there for more hit points in the middle, but I don't really care. I can beat H6 straight with this base, no worries. In fact, I was farming but you have to hire troops so that the spirit mage procs and all the spirit mage procs can hit your troops, and it's just, I'm just a little bit, okay, I'm gonna say it, I'm lazy. I'm dirty is what I am. And so I just run HBM Monster H. This is the Dirty Bastard base. This is the Town Hall 20 version of the Dirty Bastard base. But the Dirty Bastard base, it works from Town Hall 15 all the way to 20. I use it on a bunch of Town Hall 15 accounts very, very effectively, although I'm only farming HBM Monster like C and D, sometimes E. So I'd say you can probably get by with like a Town Hall 15 for up to E, but not so much for F and G. You're going to need higher Town Hall, and you're going to need higher heroes. So Wave H, this is really the best way to describe this base is a momentum base. And when the waves spawn, like right here, they have no momentum. They have no energy. There's no buildings for them to hit. There's no way for them to build energy. So they're basically coming like, you know, blind ducks coming right on in, and we're gonna nail them suckers. It's just how it works, and I just run H over and over and over again. This is about my average, about 200 to 300,000 experience. And here's what I was kind of telling you when you got kind of end game. I start with my Grizzly Reaper. I do want to show this. This is ultra slow motion right here. This is how I do Dungeon 8 Shard 40. I just start with the Reaper and drop everyone else. That's it. That's all I do. These 6 heroes are my 6 HBM Monster H heroes, so I don't have to switch anything around, which is convenient. I could swap Thunder God for Spirit Mage or Reaper, or I could pretty much switch one of these out for any other hero. In fact, I can run this with 5 heroes. And if I want to level, I get so bored, I start looking at this lava around the dungeon base. I mean, I'm trying to figure out, is it a floating? Is the ground under the dungeon, is it floating and hovering above the lava? Because if it was sitting on the lava, this dungeon, the dungeon grid, wouldn't it be turning into lava? That's what I was trying to figure out. So you know when your mind starts to wander like this, and you're like, see like a lava waterfall? I really want to know, like, just, this is like a theoretical question, is like, what is that? Is it hovering or what? I don't get it. I need to know these things. And what this tells you, when your mind starts to wander and you start like getting enthralled by steam of that little volcanic thing, it's like this. I mean, look at that restoration in the middle of nowhere. I mean, that's the thing, guys. It's like, I don't know. The game's getting kind of, I don't want to say it. I'm just waiting for Guild Wars, I think is the way to say it. And so I'm exploring other games. I'm playing a bunch of other games like League of Legends, Smite. I'm in a beta for Strife. These are MOBAs. And I'm playing a couple other games. I play Clash of Clans even a little bit. And oh, wow, that game is interesting. But anyways, I finally made it, grinded my way back up to rank 124, and that's just a big old overview, the biggest dirty play. That was actually kind of a cool video. This is probably more in line of what I'll be doing in the future. Anyways, as always, keep it dirty and dirty up.